One last thing, I think I tweeted about it. This extra Emily situation made me like crash out. But we got an update on it, so I'll mention it. So extra Emily is an OTK streamer. She's really big. She's a big streamer, big IRL variety streamer. And there's been a clip that's making the rounds where basically she is explaining how she didn't her parents paid for her college tuition fee. They keep joking that they want her to pay it back, and she said that she paid 10K and then she was like over it and she's not gonna pay it back.
The only reason they want me to pay it back is because I'm a streamer.
Yeah, you should pay it back.
Because I didn't use my degree. So they're like, okay.
How much is it?
170K.
170K, that's crazy, yo! United States schools are crazy expensive. This gotta be out of state, right? Because I think in the state it costs less. That's insane! Apparently she went to like an elite Ivy League school, probably.
I don't want to. I mean, I did pay them 10K and then I was like, I'm over this. I don't want to pay anymore.
Mom,
do you think it's a waste that I went to college?
that is a really good question. I spent a lot of money on that, and then you become a streamer.
Yeah, but I'm also helping.
That's a really good question. I don't know how to answer it.
But I'm paying you back for college.
Yes, that's right. That's a necessary.
That's necessary?
Yeah, we're almost broke.
We're almost
Because
broke.
you went to the college. Go to
Okay, the clip is looping now, and then the second clip.
Your best gift towards your dad or your parents to pay back your tuition.
I'm never gonna pay it back. Though.
Wait, actually,
No, I don't want to.
but you could.
Yeah, but I'm not going
Wait, do
to.
you have student loans?
Yeah, student loans to my parents.
So she doesn't have to pay interest because her parents, basically they paid for her, which is kind of cool because most people are stuck paying back their student loans with interest now. And then I just want you guys to understand that she's a millionaire, probably a multi-millionaire. I can't confirm that for sure, but she's making a lot of money, okay? A lot of money. And you don't have to pay your parents back out of like responsibilities, because your parents, they do sacrifices for you because they want you to live your best life, but you should pay it back out of love for them. And I think, maybe she's doing, at first I was like, maybe she's doing a bit or she's rage baiting. But then again, if you are doing a bit and you are rage baiting, then you should probably expect the internet's reaction to this. Kind of, it's just like, wow, the attitude towards it is what's the most shocking.
You're making them pay it off?
No, like my parents paid, and then they're like, pay us back for college, and I just like don't want to.
But don't you think that would make them like really happy and proud?
Yeah. See, like what he's saying, like her friend seems reasonable. Don't you think it would be, it would make them really happy and proud?
No, they're fine.
Are you doing it kind of like almost out of spite because you're like, I don't want it because like I can, but I know that you guys don't need it.
Yes.
That's why you don't.
Yes, they don't need it. And I'm
You
like,
don't need it.
But you don't need it. Exactly! He basically said what I was about to say. You also don't need it. You're way more rich than them.
I'm just a bad daughter.
Do you think that would be your best gift?
And a bunch of people reacted to this. Some people on the post were saying that Fan basically defended Extra Emily from the backlash. And some people were pointing that on my post, but I don't agree with them, and I'll tell you guys why. Here Fan saying, people are being mean to Emily, so here I am. I'm in the same boat as her, so if you're still mad at Emily, you can be mad at me too. My mom paid my college tuition. We have a super close relationship, and she makes the same pay me back for my wasted money jokes. And before anyone says it's not a joke, ask yourself who knows them better. A stranger who saw some clips online, or someone who spent their entire life with them since birth. Like Emily, I will not be paying my mom back. Instead, I pay for her mortgage, bills, food, flights, and my brother's college tuition. Similarly, Emily prefers helping her parents out the same way or treating them to vacation, which she quite literally just did, instead of just giving them a big sum of money. She shouldn't have to publicly offer up this information to defend herself. She was clearly just making a lighthearted comment that is technically true and fits her on-stream persona, so I don't know why the convo went on for so long. I'd be lucky if my future daughter takes care of me the way Emily does hers. Some of you need to worry about yourself and your own parents first. Yeah, that's totally different, and I'll explain to you why. Okay, paying, how much is a trip, guys? How much is a trip? Because Emily, in some of those clips, I didn't show you all of the clips, because after that she starts crying, she starts feeling guilty, and she's like, I am a good daughter, like I paid for them, like I think my parents think I'm a good daughter. They were really happy that I paid for their trip. So she paid for one of their trips. She's spoiling them here and there, but a trip is what, like 5K, 10K, maybe it's a full luxury trip. 5 to 10K is literally a drop in the water compared to 170K. I think if you're comparing, I feel like we're comparing apple to oranges here. Fan is paying back their mortgage, the brother college tuition, the vacation, but Emily, we don't have that information with her. We only know that she paid back for a trip. And yes, also Emily apparently agreed to pay them back. They signed a piece of paper saying she would pay, you know, I think 14K per month. And then she just did it once and she was like, oh, I'm over it. So, you know, there's a big difference between the two girls. And maybe her mom was bantering, but it's kind of like that. It's kind of like if you know, borrowed money from your friend, and every time you two hung out, your friend kept making jokes like, yeah, and about, you know, that $5 you never gave back to me, and then you guys hang out again, and he mentions it again, and every time you guys hang out, he mentions it again. It's like, well, I think he wants his $5 back. Yeah, and if she paid for all these things like Fan did, I mean, she probably needs to mention it.
No, you know what it is? It's exhaustion.
Yeah, I think I'm just exhausted.
It's
And this is when she's
exhausting.
crying.
Listen, if it makes you feel any better, at least your parents still talk to you.
Yeah, my parents are cool.
I only got one left.
Like, my parents are like overall really happy and think I'm a good daughter.
You are a great daughter.
I don't know.
No, Arthur, what have you done?
They were very happy that I bought Cancun for them.
Let's go to...
So, I mean, even if she did, like, act according to her streamer persona, I mean, if you act like a princess, even though if it's your streamer persona, it's going to be... people will react like you're a princess, you know, don't be surprised by that. But then now, she actually announced that she will pay her parents back for the college tuition. So, even though Fan, you know, came to her defense, Emily herself admits that she was in the wrong there. So I think we should, you know, believe more how Emily feels about this than her friend. I paid my parents back for my tuition. I realize how fortunate I am to be in the position I'm in, to have the means to provide for both myself and my family. Yes, that's another thing I wanted to add. Like, there's a reason why most streamers, once they make it big, the first thing they do is like buy a house for their parents, or, you know, make sure that their parents are set for life. And I mean, that's also one of my goals, is to buy a house for my parents if I ever, you know, get the means to do it. So I think that's why it was a shock for a lot of people to watch that clip. And even Mista, like, he bought a house for his mom, didn't he? Contrary to online belief, ever since garnering success as a streamer, I have ensured that my parents' lifestyle and needs are taken care of. I would never let them suffer. They're my parents who raised me. And that's great. Regarding the clips of my mom and I, our humor was simply misunderstood and blown out of proportion. We have plenty of conversations off stream as mother and daughter, and what we say on stream is not representative of our whole actual situation or stance. I believe that. This is a very, it's a very short clip out of thousands of hours streaming. We don't know what goes behind closed door. It just wasn't a good look. Moreover, there are cultural differences at play relating to Asian family practices and how they raise their children that some may not understand. that is a whole other intricate. I think she's referring to the fact that I think they would have let her not pay the tuition back if she had used it, but because she became a streamer, they're like, aha, you made us pay for your degree and you didn't use it, so now pay us back. I think that's the joke they were trying to make. But I can't be 100% sure just from this statement. It was my fault to bring it up in New York. I thought it would be appropriate to discuss, given that it's how my parents and I always banter with each other, and I knew they'd be okay with being the butt of the joke, which they do to me too. We wouldn't be talking about such matters on stream in such a casual manner if we didn't have a solid relationship. I believe that they're close. I do. They did seem close. Specifically regarding my college tuition. I'm gonna be honest. I frankly would have stuck to my ways had this situation not happened, because I support my parents through other means. But the feedback made me realize it's really not that hard to simply follow through on my word and pay them back. I'm committed to growing from this experience and will hold myself accountable in similar future agreements. Thank you for caring about my parents, but I assure you they are financially stable even without my assistance and are adequately taken care of regardless. So there we go. She's also, there we go. For proof, I have attached a screenshot of the bank wire. The reason why it's not a full lump sum is because this is the amount agreed upon between me and my parents, and I can't financially pay the whole thing right now. But we also have a system set up for me to pay them in the future until it's all paid off. I'm moving past the situation and will continue doing my streams and content. She sent them like almost 47 grand in one go. That's a huge sum of money, so that's pretty good. I mean, I think they're probably gonna have to pay a lot of taxes on this. Like if she just wires them the whole 170 grand, it's almost better that she just pays for the mortgage, not gonna lie. So a good ending. I do think it's a good move on her. I think her parents would have loved her regardless if she paid them back or not, but I'm sure they will be happy about this too. They're gonna be proud of her, and that's also important. Hey, you! Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell button, and I'll see you in the next video.